Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Dale Carnegie, 1936, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And what do we got here with the Aaron Rodgers situation? I'm back at it. Liar, duplicitous, deliberately deceitful, slick as hell, weak. That's Stephen A. Smith on Aaron Rodgers. Paranoid at the woke mob, whining. Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk. Not self-aware, still searching at 37, trying to be a Jeopardy host, an activist, right? Notoriously thin-skinned, cow and cowherd. Now, are they making some good points? Possibly. They're making millions of dollars a year or even more than that. I think Stephen A. is making $10 million a year with the hyperbole, the exaggeration, but the character assaults are sort of like, let's go after your character a little bit. Did Aaron Rodgers really do this intentionally? Was he intentionally deceitful? Probably not. What about giving people the benefit of the doubt? What if he's not so traditional, cow and cowherd? Maybe at 37, it's okay to still be searching, right? Not everybody gets married at 30, has 2 kids by 35, and divorced by 40. That's kind of the model often in the burbs, right? And it doesn't work out so well. I've done decades of psychology and coaching. It leads to quiet desperation for a lot of people. So maybe it's okay to still be 37 and searching a little bit. What's wrong with that? Not everybody's Tom Brady. Comparing him to Tom Brady, who's so hyper-competitive and focused and traditional in a lot of ways. But even Tom Brady in his 20s, Cowan, what did he do? Knock up the wrong supermodel, right? That wasn't his partner. A lot of people, it takes time to be self-aware, right? And how self-aware were you in your 30s, right? Did you do it so well? And what mistakes have you made, right? And what if Aaron Rodgers beats to his own drum? What's wrong with that? Why can't he be a little different? Yes, the NFL is a very, strict organization. They got strict protocols, right? But what if Aaron Rodgers actually did the research? I've done a lot of research here. It's not so straightforward. Should he have not tried to be an activist? I'm not sure, Cowan, he tried to be an activist. I think to a certain extent he tried to defend himself from being called a liar and duplicitous and all this other stuff, right? My guess is it probably wasn't intentional. He gave people the wrong impression. So what are we going to do? We're going to vilify Aaron Rodgers as if he's the devil? Again, what have you done wrong? Have you always handled yourself well, even in your 30s? Yeah, he's not in his early 20s, but these situations are complicated and these protocols are highly restrictive. And if you've done your research, Cowan, masks are highly ineffective. Cotton masks have almost no value. Look at this huge study that came out of Bangladesh, and surgical masks maybe give you a 10% value. Fauci knew this. The emails are there. He knew this 2 years ago. Dr. Marty McClary said this. Dr. Zach Bush, Dr. Jay Bhattacharya, the Great Barrington Resolution, how these lockdowns were highly ineffective and caused all this harm. Now, was Aaron Rodgers trying to be an activist? Probably not. He probably wound up trying to defend himself, and he's done a lot of research, and then he realizes that that's not a good idea either. He wants to go back to football. Why, but probably first he was defending his character against the assault of liar and just intentionally deceitful and all these things, duplicitous and weak and whatever. It's just largely kind of condemning, Remember, Dale Carnegie, 1936, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Don't criticize, condemn, and complain. Chapter 1. Now, I know you make your money by criticizing, but do we really need to condemn? Right? And what if he is a little more sensitive, a little more thin-skinned? So what? It ain't perfect. Is he not so self-aware? Well, he probably hasn't handled these kinds of situations so well. My guess is he's probably a deeper guy. He's wired differently than Tom Brady, right? He might be wired differently than you, Cowan. Not so traditional, right? Get married, have 2 kids. 37 is still young. There's a lot of lifetime. He'll probably live to 100. Most people, they get married in their 20s, don't make it. A lot of people don't make it in their 30s. I'm probably going to make it, but I waited. I'm not so traditional, even though I'm a licensed psychologist. What else here? What if he's not a bad guy? It's like the way the media is characterizing Aaron Rodgers, it's like he's the devil here. What if he didn't intentionally mislead? Yeah, he misled. He said he was immunized. Probably didn't want to get into the details of that unless he was pressed. Why? Would you have been open-minded to anything other than Pfizer, Moderna, or Johnson & Johnson? And again, these vaccines do have side effects. I know lots of people that got them. I was one of them. My assistant got really sick. I've talked about this before. I know of people that died. It's not perfect here. So, one last point here. Stephen, Mike, Cowan, what have you guys done that you're not proud of, or what have you guys not handled well? Let's give Aaron Rodgers a freaking break here. Stop vilifying him as if somehow he's this criminal, this freaking liar, deliberately deceitful, slick as hell, weak. I doubt he's any of those things, but frankly, you guys are too. We just haven't seen it yet in certain circumstances. But let your life play out here, and you'll find, if you live long enough, you'll be weak at times. Maybe you won't be slick as hell, but frankly, he's not. That's a perspective that I don't necessarily agree with. And I don't necessarily agree that he was deliberately deceitful or duplicitous. Maybe he didn't handle this situation well. Well, he probably hasn't been in this particular one before, but neither have you. Hey, I'm Dr. Brett, and as always, if you like my videos, please subscribe, share with a friend, and like.